what is folding and unfolding? Well, folding and unfolding is essentially the transition phase of the golf motion. As we reach the golf club back and allow it to get into what we would call the forward movement, and then accelerate and freewheel into the ball, there's a ton of misconception on actually how that works. And so let's start with that. The thing that most people see that struggle with golf is when they watch a really good player, they clearly see this thing staying close and like it's being held close to the body, and then it flies away. And while that's happening, they see this kind of rotary, maybe a little bit of a pressure shift and some different kind of movements of the core body. And they get the idea that it's what this is doing is what's causing all these other things to happen. And that is a strong, strong misperception. The body learns the opposite way. You actually need to understand the flow of the movement, the allowance of this to fold back in before it comes back out. So it's the same, I would say it's akin to learning how to throw. Nobody learned to throw by stepping first and then learning how to coordinate their entire body. No, we learned how to throw by just using our arm. Over time, our body started to learn a flow of allowing pressure in our body that's a function of gravity to create the most natural curve. As we continue to adapt to these curvatures, these curving movements, it becomes almost like ridiculous to think that I would throw without a little bit of a step. Or a golf swing would evolve the same way. So we don't learn how to use the lower body first. That actually makes it very, very difficult. In fact, when you do that, then you have what I would call a contrived fold and unfold. That contrived fold and unfold would be I'm trying to rotate and shift, I'm trying to hold, and then I'm trying to release. That is why the amateur player never really lines the golf club up and has a consistent low point, because they're adding a force instead of using an acceleration.